Welcome to qnawire.
The number of squirrels n living in a particular area can be modeled by the function n of t, where t is the time in years since measurements began. To determine the period, we need to recognize the multiplier 0.79 on t. Normally the period of sine is 2 pi, but if we're multiplying by 0.79, that's going to be a horizontal stretch. So if we divide the original period by 0.79, then the period of the population would be 2 pi divided by 0.79, or to the nearest year would be 8 years. Determine the length of time to the nearest tenth of a year during any one cycle that the population is below 150 squirrels. So let's graph this. 40 sine of 0.79, I'm going to use x instead of t, plus 1.59 plus 170. We're going to want to see this at least in the y's up to, let's go up to 250. And that's enough for one cycle. We can see, well, let's go from minimum to minimum. We get about 8 years to the nearest year. Okay, so let's answer the question. To the nearest tenth of a year during any one cycle, but the population is below 150 squirrels. Let's get a visual for where 150 is. And when we're below that in any given one cycle, like from the max to the max, we're below at this intersection. And so that would be the difference of to the nearest tenth of a year. I'm going to do this to the nearest hundredth for each of these. 5.28 and 2.63. 5.28 and 2.63. Well, maybe I'll go even more. 5.278 and 2.627. We would say to the nearest tenth of a year, 2.7. For about 2.7 years in one cycle, the population is below 150 squirrels.